Sorry. Okay, good day and welcome back. My name is MrEaking, and we're back in Unity. Actually, I should change that so it actually says Unity. Restream. Just realized that I had it back on Randall Squado. Sorry, Unity. Programming a boss. Alright, good. That's done. Let's close that. Sorry. Thought it best to, have the right title. So we got our boss here. We did the move animation yesterday. Then we have a hurt animation, which I created earlier today. And then we have a roll animation. Just a very simple roll. Okay, so what we need to do is code it so it can actually work, because right now it's just going to go for one, or just go to move, and that's it. So we want to right click on the move, make transition to hurt, make transition, sorry. We don't want to do that one. Or that one. We'll make transition that way. Because when he rolls, he's going to get hurt. Transition to there. And he can stop rolling, go to move, or he can make transition and go from hurt back to move. Now we need to add some more parameters. We want to say, is he rolling? And I want to use capital there. And then we want to say, is hurt? I don't need a question mark. Okay, so what this will do is just go between each of them. Actually, no, we do. I want to have the exit time and fixed duration for the hurt. But for when he gets hurt, when he rolls, we want it to switch right over. And when he moves, sorry, that one can stay. This one can go down. Say 0.1. Give a bit of a transition. And then, yeah, he gets hurt and then goes to that. I want to say 0.1. Okay, so this won't exit until it's time to move. So next we need to actually go and make a script. So let's click on the boss and then go to scripts and create a C#. And then we want to call it boss controller. And we want to go ahead and I can open it. Yeah, sweet. Open up in, I'm using Microsoft Visual Studio. I just prefer to use it. What I'm going to end up doing here is going and stealing some stuff from the other stuff. But one thing I know we need to do is using Unity. The engine.ai. I don't know why that. Using Unity engine AI. Okay, yeah, no, usually it comes up and gives you tooltips on what to do. Okay, there's a few things we need to do here. We need to set some variables. So, let's say private, or no, private, public, nav. Why is this not working? Let's close out of it and reopen it up. Because it should be coming up with the different tooltips. Like, it was coming up with tooltips, like, for things that you could do, but... Come on. There we go. That opened up right away. Okay. Okay, there's okay, and now it's got the nav mesh. Okay, good. Private nav mesh agent Navi. What else do we want? I want to do the health be on this one, or I got it to herd it here, so it doesn't need to do anything there. It would be on the destroy of it. So we would need this thing here. What this does is the game manager .instance is just preventing. Okay, sorry. The undisabled void plays when the object is either disabled or destroyed. Now, when you go to close the editor or close the game, this goes to run. And then if you have it go to create things inside of when it gets destroyed, then it creates problems and gives you a bunch of errors. This just prevents the errors by saying inside my game manager, I have it go, is the application quitting? Turn null. I don't know. Found the code online. Essentially what it's saying, okay, is the application quitting? If it's quitting, then don't make this null. If it is null, then don't run the script on the disableds. What exactly does it say here? Game manager instance, get if application is quitting, return null. I'm not sure what lock is. Sorry. If instance equals null, game object go equals game object game manager, go add component game manager, don't destroy onload go, return underscore instance. Huh. I'm 100% not sure. I typed in the error I was getting. Somebody said, hey, this is how we got it to fix it. So I put it in the code where I was told to put in the code. And I fixed it. Pretty much the void disable, you can just ignore this part if you want. If you end up getting the errors, then you can go ahead and look up the code to figure out how to put it in. Sorry. But yeah, on disable, so when he dies, we want to instance a public game object, power crystal. One word. Okay, and we want to instantiate or whatever. Could be here. And we do want to call this power crystal. Why don't we just say this dot position? Oh wait, we do want it like that, and then we want to say what? +1, just to make sure it's up in the air a little bit. So that's going to create the game object that we put in called power crystal at the vector of the exact position of the boss up 1 marker, and at the same rotation as the boss. So when he dies, he'll drop a power crystal. That's essentially what happens here. Now we need to control the entire movement. What we're going to do here is just, we're going to be cheap. We're going to take some stuff here, paste it in, and then we'll figure out what we need and what we don't need. Okay. Image to give, yes. Player and anim, yes. Delay length and counter. Maybe the player, yes. Damage effect, no. Yeah, that's fine. Navi we don't need because we already have it. Vector 3 destination makes sense. Golden health don't need. What worth isn't needed. Start X, start Z. Could be useful. Player distance don't matter. New X, new Z. Okay, that's all for. Yeah, that's fine. We can just get rid of all that. Boom. Alright. That was for controlling my random location choosing. But we're not going to have random location choosing because when you're in the boss level, the boss is going to be chasing you. So what we need to do is control the boss to say, okay, we need to set a game state. So we need to do a private string, or we'll say character, we don't want a capital there, character state. And then we'll say character state equals move. Okay. So if character vector state equals move, okay, then we want to rotate toward destination equals player transform position nav mesh agent, I think, and the navi. Sorry, we'll just go to here and steal it. This thing, set destination. That's navi, set destination, destination. Okay, that's good there because. Oh, let's do that. Vector 3 direction. So that's figuring out if he's close or not. We don't really care if he's close or not. Because if you hit the boss, you'll get hurt. So it doesn't matter if you get close or not. He's not going to attack you. But if the character state is moved, then what we want to do is let's do a private bool can roll. So can roll. Can roll is going to control this statement here essentially. No, and equals true. If general equals true, then we want to tell it to access something after a certain amount of time, which is, do I have it doing it here? We'll say this dot attack. This dot roll and 3F. And then we get, let's say void roll. And let's, no? Public void. There. Okay, so that works to go to there, but we want to tell it to do it after a certain amount of time. Where was it that I had that do that in a certain place? Destroy game object after that amount of time. But we want to activate something after a certain amount of time. Which we did have on the player controller until we got rid of it. Won't be under there. It might be under the player controller actually for the no, not for the knockback though. That's the only one that we have in there. Jesus Christ, sorry about this. I want to activate roll after 3 seconds of doing move. Delay counter, trying to figure out. I have definitely done this before. A few times. This is sort of the problem. I don't have it all memorized yet. I know how to get it to work. It's a matter of finding the right damn code. Maybe a flying bird, maybe? Invoke. Jesus, there we are. Okay, and we want to say, we don't want to say that, we want to say roll. And then we don't need to make that a public void, do we? No, we just need to make it a void. I was right on that. Sweet. So after 3 seconds of moving, we'll say actually 2 seconds. He'll start to roll. So what we can then do is we want to say can roll equals false. That way it doesn't keep invoking it every, well, I guess not 2 equals. Time move happens. So destination equals player.position, navi.set destination. What that's doing is making the destination equal to the position of the player. and telling the character to move to where the player is. And because navigation agent's already set up, it'll go right to where it needs to go. It's actually quite lovely. The way it's all pre-coded for you. So that's good. We don't really need to do anything here else. Doesn't take damage. The only other thing is rolling. So when void roll, we'll say character state equals roll. I'm just going to else if character state equals roll. Sorry, need the space there. Then do whatever we do in here. One thing that we want to do is set the animation. It's anim something something. And what did we say that to is chasing? And we want to say that is true. And is hurt. And is rolling. Well, we want to make these ones false. I know we haven't activated them yet. However, when we go to activate them later on, we'll want to make sure that we turn them off when we go back to move. So this way it guarantees that we do. But one of the things we want to do when we go into roll is exactly that. Oh, sorry. Let's actually just take all three of these. Let's change the trues and falses. False, there. Don't need that extra E, already have one. And true. Oh, wait. My bad. One moment. Sorry, I'm talking for a while there, had to cough. So next we want to just take all this again. And say if he's hurt. Okay. And then this we would need to tell that it's hurt. This hurt player here, what we have it is on Clyde, if object is player, hurt the player, also send them back in a knockback direction. Else if it's the boss, remove one of the boss's health. If the boss health is 0, destroy the boss. That's attached to these spike walls. I think it's pretty obvious. So what you want to do is get them to roll into the spike walls. I don't really care about this right now because we're not undoing the script. But when we do hit the wall, we want to send a message out. Actually, we only want to send that message out if he's not dead. But we want to send the message out that he's hurt. So we want to hurt him. So we gotta find object of type, because we sort of got this right here. controller dot. Now here's where we come into the problem, because we haven't actually made this. Save. Now we gotta take a look at this. So that's on the entire her player thing. Oh no, that's set the health manager. Let's open up the health manager and find the hurt player. Public void. That might be why this couldn't see it. Hurt. Now, that may run it. I'm not sure. This really what it's supposed to do is send info into it, but I think it's sending info only if info is needed. If I just do that, it should just activate the hurt script, which will then change them to hurt, which will then change it into the hurt animation. Okay. And turn off the other animations. That should be good. So now we got the animations controlled through the states. And including the actual damaging of the boss. Save that again. What we want to do is tell them how to roll. Now this is going to be a little bit more difficult. So we want to rotate to player. I think we had in here somewhere. So this will rotate to direction. Well, I guess we'll throw that in there. Vector 3 direction, just so we can figure out, okay, where is he? Player opposition, that's fine. So that should get him to look towards the player. And then we want him to just move in a straight line. So we want to... Can we do it with this? Translate. So yes, this is what he's doing to translate on the z-axis. I don't know if it'll work. Okay, what we want to do is can roll equals, oh, we can actually do a little fun here. If can roll equals false, sorry, no, false, what does that say? No. Oh, need two equals. Hate that. If can roll equals false, can roll equals true. Yeah. Oh, I page down. So, sorry. Now that we have the can roll done here, so now it will reset. So when he goes to move, what we want to do is also invoke move, comma 2. Now, I actually want to take a look there and see how long the animation of the roll is. It's 1.5, so that's what we'll change that to 1.5f. Because it's a float then, so you need the F on the end. And then we want to create a new thing here. That just says move. Oh, right. Move. So after 1.5 seconds, it's going to invoke the move function, which will then change the character state, which will then put them back into moving. Oh, that's not going to work. Because we don't necessarily want him to invoke the move. Oh, that doesn't matter, actually. Even if he gets hurt. Yeah, it won't matter. Okay. And then when he gets hurt, it should be... Are we done? Let's just go through this. Okay. So, sets character state to move. If character state is to move, let's turn on the chasing animation. Set the destination to the player. Move the character to the destination. Tell it to roll after 2 seconds. So this won't happen, this won't happen. Then roll will happen after 2 seconds. So then this will be true. We want to set the direction so we can rotate towards the player, and then we want to roll, and set the animation. So we should do that first. Or tell him to move any. Okay, and then tell it okay. After 1.5 seconds, we want to switch it to move. So after 1.5 seconds, it goes to the move function, tells it back to move, so then it goes back into here, and okay, so that's a nice little loop. And then the hurt, okay, so hurt player. So when it hits this, it's gonna open up the hurt function. Hurt function says, okay, let's set it to hurt. Hurt, oh, and always be hurt. It'll never leave the hurt function. So we need to say, invoke move, comma, how long is the hurt? One second. 1. So after 1 second, we'll go back to moving, and we should be good. That's the one thing I was thinking of. Okay, well, what if he gets hurt while he's rolling? Then he won't be able to, sorry. if he gets hurt while he's rolling, it's automatically going to set to move after 1.5 seconds, but it might not be 1.5 seconds through his roll. So will his roll continue? But no, it won't, because it's automatically switching it to move, and hurt sets it to move. So even if it switches it back to say, hey, go to move. Oh wait, we're already on move. Doesn't matter. It's not switching the state in any way. So we're good. Confusing? So now, there is one more thing we want to do. It's actually quite the easy one. Let's take the orcs one, actually. A lot less stuff to worry about in the orcs. Okay. Okay, good. Didn't cut off anything. Okay. So, what this does, it says, okay, when collided, if it's with the player, set a hit direction, tell him to move. Delay counter, delay length. Delay move. That's okay. That's our one problem. We'll say character state here. I'll fix that. So we need to do a delay counter here. Just so when he does hurt the player, he doesn't continue to charge at the player and hurt him and hurt him and hurt him and continuously kill him, and so the player can't actually do anything. So we need to do a delay move. Character state. Actually, I can delete this part too. Because that was just saying, hey, if he gets hit by a laser or a bomb, then he dies. But no, this guy does not get hurt by lasers or bombs. So this essentially sets up the knockback. But we need to do the delay counter, length, and trap. Luckily, I should be able just to steal it from here. And we'll just go through it. Sorry, let's go to the orc. Orc. Oh, and then I have it in its own separate thing. Delay move. Right. And then we'll say else if character state equals, what was that called? Delay move. I'll throw that in. Okay, so if delay counter is greater than 0, delay counter is this. And then current state, which will be changed to character state, is set to move again. And what we'll actually need is an idle animation, just so we can set him to idle when he's not moving. So let's save that. Let's go into here. It's actually going to be really easy to make the idle animation, since all we need is this here. Just gonna save the scenes just to make sure those animations are saved, because I'm not sure if I save them or not. Create new clip. Why are we all the way in there? Assets, models, roll a move, yeah. Okay. Idle. And then this can go, make transition from here, make transition from here. is idle. Okay, and then we go and that's his idle position. Well, actually, we'll go 30 seconds. We'll do a little animation here. Nothing serious. Trying to give him a bit of like a breathing. Set that to 5. Not there. That should be 15. Come on, there we go. Okay, so that's saying that's too far. Okay, well, then let's do a little neck movement here. We'll say here, 20. That should be okay. Actually, let's just... I think it's because I'm trying to do an idle in such a short amount of time. Switch to a minute. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's say 30 seconds. Actually, that was fine there. Sorry. It's fine. Let's see. 30. V. C. What was this one? 15? So 45? And then for the neck, we can actually say what? 20. And then 40. Bring that head down a bit. That's not too bad. So move these shoulders, or a shoulder at a time. And again, we'll do that at the 20s. Actually, do that like that, I think. No. That looks bad like that. No, it's not like it's gonna be a long time that he'll be doing this. Right shoulder. Alright, that's good enough for me. Save it just so it's done. Okay, so what we want to do is move, 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 delay, moved, delay, moved, move, 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 delay, moved, delay, moved. Alright, so we want to take this, Control C, Control V. I'll set that. False. And go mm.set bool. Oh, come on. Oh, and I got all these wrong because I used little eyes. We'll do that here too. Is idle. Comma. True. Then we just want to make sure to set that to false on all the other ones here. Okay, so now we should do is moving, rolling, getting hurt, delaying for a second. How long are we delaying them for? Oh, equals delay length. Delay length is public. Yeah. So that's all good. So we're almost done here. Now we just gotta go to the boss. So click that again. Add the boss controller to the boss. Actually, take the boss and make him a prefab, even though it's not really needed. Okay, now all this stuff. So first off, prefab actually, Power Crystal. Whoop. Player. Animation for the boss. Damage to give. 1. Delay length. 1. The player. And damage effect. Damage effect. Actually, I do have one. Damage effect is not actually needed. Because that's a damage effect when you get damaged. But he... Oh, actually. I guess when he dies, you can throw in a damage effect. And give us back the new one. There we go. And we'll drop that back in. Okay, oh, one thing I have not done, which is actually very important. Boss level, navigation, walkable, bake. Kind of important to make the nav mesh. Otherwise, the navigation won't work. Oh, inconsistent line endings, that's not a problem. I'm just waiting for this down here, the exporting tiles. Well, been what, 50 minutes so far? Quite a bit longer than usual, but I didn't really think too much about what I was going to do beforehand. I just knew I want him to roll at you and the basic idea of how he works. Oh, and now you can see how we got blue all inside of here, so that means this should be walkable area. Oh, another thing we need to do, going to the boss, the inspector, snap mesh agent. Okay, is set to the goblin. Okay, that is good. Isn't there? No, okay, we're good there. Oh, we do have that capsule collider. That is the other thing we do need. Let's go like that, just so the capsule colliders are to get. Oh, they're not? Okay. Okay, there we go. So the first one's just a capsule collider for the enemy himself. Actually, yeah, because he's got 2,000 bases. And then the second one's a collider to see if a trigger zone. Oh, why has he gone into idle? Oh, I'm a dumbass. So we might want to do something here in the animator. Like, say, go to idle when his idle is true. Go to move when chasing. Sorry. Looking for this. Chasing is true. Idle is true. Sorry about that dog outside if you hear him. Rolling is true. Sorry. Roll goes to then hurt. So that's the only way he can get hurt is if he rolls into one of those things on accident. Though I think he'll continue to roll towards the player. I got a bad feeling about that. It's not going in a straight line. And is idle. It's true. Technically, there should be a transition there too. Oh, not really though. Okay, so well, now he's in the running state, which is good. Why is he not moving out of the running state? Huh. Debug.log character state. I actually should go through and make sure there's no So make sure there's no debugs in any of these. Huh. But I had other ones. Oh, they're probably one of these many other ones. Oops. Didn't mean to click there. But didn't do anything. What's this saying? Oh, right. Derp. Is. Okay, so let's we're not getting those errors now. Object reference was not set to an instance of an. And this is why he's not. Why isn't an app mesh agent showing up here? That's why it's not working here. Oh, ah. Oh, because I probably should be setting it inside of here, actually. Right at the start, I'm guessing. What are we doing? I gotta put that in. There we go. Now he's got a nav mesh agent. He's moving, he's rolling. He's not moving the right way. Oh, jeez. I know exactly why, though. He's supposed to be moving along the Z here. But I noticed yesterday, when I imported him in, I initially rotated him before doing any of the animations. So when I tried doing the animations, the bones were all messed up. So I rotated them inside of Blender at a 45-degree angle in order to get him to have his bones lined up at the proper angle. But now that's taken him off of his proper Z rotation. Which sucks. Can we set him to 0, or is that going to mess everything up? Well, it's a bit better. A bit more towards me. Seems to need to... Oh. That's because everything's set to the left. Shit. I think it's rotating the armature to fit the location. Let's not have it maximize on play. Just so I can see some things here. Okay, so the boss is starting off that way. Time is 0. You should not be moving. Ow. You knocked me through the ground. Okay, yeah, so the normal hits do work. Okay, here we go. So he's moving this way. Which makes absolutely no sense to me. Why he's not... rotating like that. No, it automatically goes back. Okay. Essentially, this does work, except that my entire bone structure to the animations is not working, so I need to reset all that and try to redo all those. So let's delete the boss. Open Blender. Gonna reset the rotation of... Oh, that's why, because he's on a 45-degree angle. That's why he's always switching to the 45-degree angle. Oh, actually, I thought of a possible solution. Sorry. Control Z. Right. If we take that sphere and rotate it on the Y. No. Oh, the sphere doesn't actually count as being the mesh. Let's get rid of that. Even though it should. It's counting as a skin mesh renderer instead of just a mesh like. Oh no, you can't. Damn. If we do that, I think it matters because the I want to rotate that way, okay. I do have one last idea before we go and try to change everything. Because the armature rotation. And how does that do for the move? So looking at that, that has fixed the move. Okay. So knowing that, go into animation. And then we go into the hurt. And rotate it like that. That's why I wasn't doing on both spots on the other one. There we go. Move. Roll. $175. And I. Okay. It's usually not the way I would want to do it. Oh yeah, no, I was just messing it completely up. Okay. Okay, we're back to where we selected the sphere. Alrighty. So we do need to go into Blender and open the boss. We need to, ooh, where am I going here? Delete the boss. Furniture. Set to 0. Save. Okay, I had a feeling. Okay, so delete the boss. There's a chance that none of this is going to work here. I'm not sure if when a control is added, if it reverted back to the old boss. It shouldn't have. Models. Boss. Now if we try to drop that in. Oh, right, we need to rename everything. Ah, lovely. Okay, anyways. I'm gonna do this by myself. I'm gonna leave it there for the day. I did show you how to script it, even though it doesn't seem like it's working, it technically is. And I think you can see that. The one thing that's not working is moving in the single direction when you go to roll. Instead, he's considering he's always turning towards the player. Oh, but actually, he should already be turned towards the player. So, just got thinking. What we don't need is that. Now there's a chance he's going to roll right through the world here. Oh, right. We undid everything. Never mind. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for the day. That might have actually just fixed it because now he's not going to continue to rotate towards the player. He's just going to spin wherever he was last rotated to, and wherever he was last rotated to should be where the player is. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Hopefully this might have helped you. If not, sorry. Have yourselves a great day. See y'all next time. Bye.